I took video from the Saturday night shooting and showed it to retired police captain Scott Weingar. The first thing he told me was just how dangerous it is when someone has a knife.
When I was a police officer, that's what they trained us, that a person with a knife can cover that distance of 21 feet and attack you with a knife before you can actually do anything to stop them.
That's part of what officers are thinking, he says, when they confront someone with a knife. On top of that, the officers knew he was dangerous from the earlier carjacking call.
And it's going to start that decision process too, because now, again, you're thinking about somebody who's already shown a propensity to violence and the use of deadly force. And so what is it that you're going to have to do to keep others safe from this person who's already demonstrated that capability?
I showed the same video to Jason Renaud, a mental health advocate who believes police should use less force, not more. He says police had it all wrong.
The police need to understand that this person is in a crisis. They're not able to communicate well. And they may be committing crimes, but to use lethal force in a situation like that seems to be rather thoughtless.
Weingar, the retired cop, said when officers finally confronted the suspect inside the ministry, they had few options left.
He won't stop. He won't put the knife down. He won't stop being a threat. And the way he's actively moving around, you couldn't anticipate when he's going to actually make a move towards someone and become an immediate threat.
Renaud, the mental health advocate, said there was no threat.
I don't see anyone near this person when he's shot. Everyone is vacating the room or is vacating the room. There's no one there but police officers and this fellow. And he's a long distance from the officers and may have a knife in his hand, but is not making any threatening gestures toward them.
From this retired cop's eyes, the suspect was still planning an attack.
Take a look at his actions. You see how he's seeking a way around to get to the officers? He's actively pursuing them.
Or maybe he's trying to get away from them.
And that may be true too, but take a look at all the other people that are around there. There is not an exit that guy could take without threatening somebody.
And so he's not surprised that officers opened fire when the suspect was away from everyone else. The chance of accidentally shooting someone else was low. And Renaud, the mental health person, says that's exactly, again, why they should have not shot him, because there was nobody else around. Back to you.
Well, Pat, it's amazing how different people see different things when watching the exact same footage. It is important to know that, you don't know what's going to happen next. Things change quickly.
Pat, did Mr. Renaud, the mental health advocate in your story, did he have any ideas on how to prevent something like this from happening again?
Yes, he did, actually. So two things there. Number one, on the police side, they were reminding me, look, no police officer wakes up in the morning and decides, I'm going to shoot somebody today. That it's an escalation, kind of these different stages that are happening along the way that they believe happened with this suspect, where eventually the officers are left with few and then really no other options in their view. Now, to Mr. Renaud, he says, really, trying to get at the problem at the very top of the issue, at the crisis, is the wrong time. It has to happen way back downstream with better mental health counseling, better addiction treatment in the city. He believes when that is really taken care of and everyone out there who needs it is served, we'll have a lot less of this. Back to you.
Well, this discussion certainly will continue. Thank you, Pat.